Okay, so let's dive into the Lightning integration specifically. I believe, yeah, June of this year, you guys announced that you were going to launch on Lightning Network. You were going to integrate. Um, can you talk to me about the lead up to that and how this process unfolded and some of the like challenges along the way in getting this integration live from idea to launch?
Yeah. Um, okay, so Lightning integration has been a feature request pretty much since the inception of Lightning. We had people posting on our platform like, "Hey, win Lightning, win Lightning! Like, when are you guys going to do this?" The product, or I guess the implementation, the Lightning Network was very infant in those early stages. Obviously, there was a lot of uncertainty about, you know, potential security concerns, draining hot wallets, draining or losing crypto or losing your entire node. That there was a lot of concern over it, and we were hesitant at first to really dive into it. We weren't really at the stage where we were ready to risk our assets and especially our user assets. So we sort of followed it for a while, and then when we saw it maturing enough, we made an announcement a couple of years ago saying, "Yes, it's on our radar." And then things happen, priorities shift, and we had to sort of deprioritize it for a bit. But then it was really the introduction of Lightning into all these other exchanges like Kraken and Bitrefill and all these companies started integrating it just in the last year. Really, it's been exploding, and that's when we really saw like, okay, cool. Now we can actually make this implementation, and it'll be interoperable with these other exchanges, which is really what we need to be doing. Like the interoperability between exchanges and other marketplaces is really where Lightning shines. It doesn't really work too well when it's just like a consumer wallet, and then you got like one or two exchanges working and or actually implementing that the Lightning network. It's really when everybody has a Lightning integration when it's really going to shine. And that's really happening. It's starting to really take off right now this year. It's just been exploding. And
Yeah.
so we saw that opportunity and we said like this is a great time to actually make this implementation happen. So yeah, we just basically doubled down and went for it.
Mhm. What are your, if you think about some of the reasons why Lightning adoption has taken off, you mentioned in the last year. I think a lot of people have opened their eyes, including myself, to Lightning and been like, "Whoa, this is happening. There's actual activity happening here, and there's a lot more potential use cases, being released. It seems like every day now."
Yeah.
What's your reasoning for like, or your thought process on why this happened now in just the last year? Why didn't it happen in 2018, 2019, 2020?
Uh, the implementation itself, I think, needed to go through a couple more development cycles. There were quite a few bugs that needed to get resolved. Particularly, so we chose the L&D implementation over the other implementations, sort of because we do actually have friends at Lightning Labs. And they opened up a clear channel of communication with us and really helped us through. But there were some bugs and sort of features that needed to get worked out in their implementation before we felt ready to actually um, make the development efforts. It was a 6 month push really to get it deployed. Um, which was a pretty good development effort on our end. And so, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't make sense until we thought that the implementation was ready. And yeah, I think now it's amazing. And actually, to be honest, I was a little skeptical of Lightning in general. I had some hesitancy
Mm-hmm.
about its usability and the platform in itself at first was very difficult to use. There's a lot of complexities that people have to wrap their minds around regarding liquidity and, how do I actually receive Lightning if I open up a new wallet and I fund the wallet? Well, then your inbound liquidity is zero. Like you can't receive until you actually spend that Lightning. So there's this whole liquidity thing that our consumer users had to understand. And what was really nice is all these wallet implementations who built this unified, like Moon Wallet and Phoenix, this like unified system where you can deposit your Bitcoin and spend it as Lightning or Bitcoin, or receive it, that sort of mentality. And they're doing all the sort of exchanges for you, the on-chain to off-chain and whatnot. So that really opened the door for our consumers. And going back to what we actually do, we're a marketplace for consumers. We're not really like B2B. We're not doing business with other businesses per se. So it's really like when our consumers are ready for Lightning, that's when we thought we were ready. And our consumers started growing more and more in the need for Lightning. So we said, yeah, this is a natural progression.